Alright, what's up yins guys? I'm going to do another video in this here book. And this title kind of makes me laugh because that's why I was thinking about doing this chapter, but I kept scrapping the videos because I kept laughing. The title of it, The Bullshit Caress or The Stroking. And yeah, and then this title alone, there's a song that pops in your head. I have to, if you guys want to, if you see this video, I'm going to go look up the song and the artist, but if you want to, go ahead, comment on it. Remember there was a song called "Be Stroking to the Left and I'll be stroking to the right and I'll be stroking to the left." Okay, yeah, anyway, the song playing in my head, and I'm going to go ahead and read the chapter, but that's what they titled the chapter, and I mean, maybe when I read this, you can probably think of other situations or political stuff, YouTube stuff, social media stuff that people are stroking, you know, because, funny here, this is political and everything else too, but okay, this chapter, The Bullshit Caress or The Stroking, stroking. We almost got Beavis and Butthead laughing in my head too at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna try not to laugh because the very title of it making me laugh. Okay, all right. Mayor Koch of New York City during a particular bad cold spell was covered by the media in his appearance at two armories which had been set up to house people who were not getting heat in their apartments during landlord neglect. I'm sure there's a particular thing, if you look a topic like this up whenever the hell it happened, you know, which I'm going to do, but I vaguely remember similar situations, things going on, you know, that you read articles, vaguely remember, and then I myself want to look up that, you know, look up this name, Mayor Koch of, if you want to, got this far in this video, look up Mayor Koch, New York City, bad cold spell, landlord neglect, see what the hell you find, that I'm sure going to. Just because of this chapter. But alright, viewing the newscasts, one could see that not too many people had availed themselves of this opportunity, yet the media pumped up the event and the mayor in most successful terms. A day or so later, Mayor Koch, again with the media in tow, showed up at the Heat Complaint Bureau, where he answered 3 or 4 complaints personally. He then said, "I am here to let the people of New York know that I care that the Bureau is effectively doing its job." What we have in these examples is a crafty politician utilizing trumpetry to snow the public. The verbal caresses or stroking are the reassuring pat on the head that all is well, even though you are obviously bleeding to death from a gunshot wound, an auto accident, or freezing to death. The caress and the purring is to draw your attention away from a more serious or dangerous condition. Okay, I'm trying to say that I'm laughing here because, you know, because I keep that song playing in my head, how the author is quoting this, but alright. Stroking. The Heat Complaint Bureau received 9,500 calls during the above cold spell in New York. By coincidence, the same newspapers, radio, and television stations that had helped the mayor exploit the previous situation had called attention to the fact that the city administration, instead of increasing the number of inspectors during the cold months, had actually decreased the staff due to lack of money in the budget. The reality of the matter was that no matter how hard they could have tried, they could not have serviced the complaints promptly or effectively. Consequently, landlords knew enforcement of the law was impossible and ignored the suffering that they were causing. Furthermore, because the laws were weak and the legal procedure laborious, the landlords thumbed their noses with gusto at the mayor and the courts. Many of the landlords went scot-free, even though a number of deaths attributed to the lack of heat in their buildings had occurred. More sadly, many who were freezing chose to ignore the armories. Some said they were afraid to leave their apartments. Evidently, the armories spoke in those places, warming centers that they could go to, same place that they used churches and buildings, I guess, as armories. Same place that they bring the homeless into warming centers in the coldest times, too. People have been known to do that. But some said that they were afraid to leave their apartments for fear they would be robbed. Of course, because it's New York. Many others would not go because it was too great a blow to the little remaining dignity they had. Mayor Koch also stroked the public when he called for the names of Johns, those who were using the services of prostitutes, to read over the city-owned radio station. He justified the action by publicly accusing judges of failing to mete out severe enough punishments on these cases. While real crime goes unabated and the poor die from sickness and the lack of proper attention, the New York public gets stroked with meaningless caresses as Mayor Koch spent more and more time tending to his image than to the real work at hand. However, he is not the only guilty party. You can be sure are being stroked when the utilities or oil companies spent millions of dollars on advertising, telling you how much they are trying to conserve fuel and avoid foreign domination, or how much of their income goes into taxes. Call it distraction or whatever you like, but it still amounts to the BS caress. Okay, so that's the end of the chapter. And, well, this was a thing that you could look up on the internet, whatever particular year that mayor was in office in New York. But you can compare this to a bunch of other strokings, politically strokings, whatever you like, whether it be the Democratic or Republican side or other kind of shit going on with social media influencers for whatever motives. Social media influencers in this day and age are stroking somebody or getting stroked. You know, so somebody can get on the good side of a social media influencer. And like I said too, I'm bringing that up because there was no social media or social media influences when the author wrote this book. And once again, I'll say, like when I read the other chapters, the author was probably grimacing and could write another book updated to this day and age. But nonetheless, the stroking that was mentioned by the author of this book still goes on in many forms. So, okay, and so ends another chapter of this book.